What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I know I did. Enjoyed time with the family and yeah, took a little break and stuff from this as well. But yeah, now getting back into it today, and my Corolla is full of parts that I'm about to head to the workshop with. So got my RB20 block in the back here, along with my jack that's been at the house for ages now. Got my head all freshly skimmed. My cranks down there, and all the bits and bearings and whatnot is up front to rebuild it. Always got my hydro and stuff down there. A couple of kenders, all my head gasket and shit as well. So anyway, my plan today is currently just heading to the gym and going to get a workout in. Yeah, just trying to be a little bit healthier. I know with working out, it's a big thing for me with my mental state. Picks me up quite a bit. So yeah, go and get a workout in and then go to the workshop. Today, what I want to do is I want to put all the oil squirters back in the block because when they did all the machining and stuff, they took all the oil squirters out, and probably look at cleaning the block up and painting it too, getting it looking nice and fresh before we slap it together and put it back in the Silvia. Just finished the gym sesh. Now I'm about to go and pick a bunch of shit up. Gotta go to Super Cheap, grab some high temp paint and a few other bits and pieces, and I've also got to go to my old man's and pick up a drill and a wire wheel so I can clean up the block. So I've just got to the workshop and unloaded the Corolla because yeah, all the stuff in it was weighing it down, and the little 1.3 or 1.5 litre, whatever the fuck it is, can't handle that much weight. But yeah, so we've got everything here. Head, blocks over there, and everything is pretty much all laid out, ready to go back together. Just spent the last half hour pulling a bunch of crap out of this. This was just full of crap. Unfortunately, at some point, it looks like I've had a rat living in here, because that is all rat shit, which is absolutely disgusting. Luckily I went to my old man's and picked up his shop vac, as well as picking up drill and wire wheel so I can clean up the block and paint it. It's not in terrible condition, but just figured while it's out, we'll give it a wire wheel, clean it up a little bit, paint it, make it look nice and pretty before it goes back in. Yeah, gotta get on to cleaning up all this rat shit in here because it is just disgusting. So with the power of YouTube, and just like that, it's all clean. You end up taking the driver's seat out, just obviously with that not being there, made getting the floor pan a hell of a lot easier. Vacuumed all the inside of it. Is still looks quite dirty, it's quite dusty. It's all the bog dust from when we were doing the car. Obviously it all got in. And yeah, I might go through with some brake clean and a rag and give it a wipe down. But also vacuumed the boot, forgot to film it, but yeah, this was real filthy as well, and it looks gross still because obviously it's not painted. The whole reason we didn't paint this is because my plan all along was to chop the rear end of this car off anyway at some point to put a fuel cell and shit in it, so I didn't see the point in painting the whole boot when it's all going to get cut out. So now I'm just going to quickly go and duck down to Super Cheap to get some high temp paint and some eye protection, because yeah, got the drill here and the wire wheel will do good cleaning that up. But yeah, the last thing I want is a little bit of wire going into my eye, so yeah, go pick up some safety glasses. Did have some around here, but for the life of me can't find them, and yeah, I need to go get some high temp paint anyway, so yeah, may as well get another pair while I'm out. Just got back from Super Cheap, picked up some engine paint, just some black paint, got 2 cans of it, had a special on, so it's pretty good. Got some painter's tape as well that I can put over the deck of the block, and also picked myself up some sushi because I am hungry. Oh, and some safety glasses. Let me know what you guys think of doing this like more vloggy lifestyle kind of thing, of just letting you guys know what I'm doing. You see American guys do it all the time. Definitely want to be doing YouTube full time, so if I don't know if there's something you guys like seeing, let me know in the comments and I'll keep doing it. If you don't like it, I'll stop doing it. First thing I'm going to do is, got a bit of CRC here. I don't have any brake clean, otherwise I'd probably use that, but it's pretty similar shit anyway. Just going to spray the top of it and just give it a quick wipe down before I go laying the tape on it. That way I know the deck's clean before any tape goes over it. Then I'm going to go through and just take all of these little fittings out of the block. Got to take the center mount off too. Pretty much ready to wire wheel the bitch and give it some paint. managed to get these 3 off the side of the block here. This water fitting here is super tight, and you can sort of see there just started to round, so didn't bother doing that because this is the one that I started on, which is the oil return for the turbo. Same thing, it just started to round. It's not something I want to deal with, so I'll just mask that up, obviously mask that up too. I'll put some tape over here so we can't get in. That's an old thermostat, so don't worry about getting paint on that. Give it a wire wheel, hit it with some paint, and yeah, we'll see how it comes out. Just spent the last 10 minutes wire wheeling the block. It's come up pretty good. Spray this side with degreaser and just give it a quick wipe down just to get rid of all the dust and stuff. You can see just how much dirt and shit did come off. So yeah, do this side as well. Give that a wipe down, and then we'll hit it with some paint, and it'll look like a brand new block. So I have just finished spraying the block with some CRC. Gave it a quick little wipe down. It's just sitting outside now in the sun, just drying off before I give it a coat of paint. Currently, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to start, mocking up this. So yeah, I brought this handbrake the other day, and if you remember, I do already have a handbrake in here, but this is a cheap, shitty Chinese one. These brackets are so thin and flimsy. Guarantee after a season of yanking on that hard, it's going to be bent. So I'm going to take this out and actually going to put this in the 33, because if you remember, the 33 had that big monstrosity of a handbrake, just pole taped onto the factory one. We got rid of it and started using the factory one for the last Kaikoura trip, but you have to really yank on it for it to do anything. So that is now going to be going in the Skyline. And yeah, this is going to be going in here. So apparently you can buy these plates from GK Tech. So I'll probably just take this one off and keep it with this, and buy a new one and flip it. So the bit that sticks out for the handbrake to mount to is actually on this side. You're gonna have to figure it out because the seat sits somewhat here, and I want the handbrake to sit about there. So the master is potentially going to be an issue, but possibly could angle it a little bit in, have it on a little bit of an angle. Not too big of a deal. The main thing was I wanted the handbrake over this side instead of over here, because currently where this is, where the seating position is also, when I'm strapped in, I actually can't fucking reach the handbrake. My hand only goes to about here. I can only just grab it. So even if I wasn't getting this new handbrake, I was gonna have to adjust this one anyway. Block's been outside now for 10-15 minutes. It's drying up pretty well. There's still a few little wet patches and stuff from the CRC, but yeah, it's mostly dry now, which is good. About to hit it with the first coat of paint. Interested to see how it turns out. Not that this motor looks too bad, but yeah, can't beat fresh paint. So that's the first coat done. It's already looking $1 million. Don't care about the thermostat, it's an old one, so that's obviously gonna be taken off. This hasn't been masked like the greatest, but I just wanted to make sure there's gonna be no paint getting inside to where the oil goes. This gasket is actually still on, so I gotta take that off at some point, and we'll clean it all up before I put a new gasket on. Just like with around here, we'll clean this up with some Scotch-Brite. But yeah, no, it's come out pretty good. Can't wait to see it till it dries and we get a second coat on there. Yeah, now that that's done, we'll flip it over and do the other side. Right, so the other side's done now too, and yeah, same thing. This has come out so good. Not that this block, again, like, it didn't look bad before, but just with fresh paint, it just makes things look so much better. I've definitely never been one to do shit super horribly or half-assed, but I guess now I am starting to take a bit more pride and care in some of the shit that I do. Because at the end of the day, when you've got something built, if it's been built properly and nicely, you can sit back and you can just appreciate it so much more. And starting to learn that, getting older, getting a little wiser, starting to get pretty excited for the Silvia now, right? It's coming together quick, and I just can't wait to drive it. I'm so keen to just get out on track and just start getting as much seat time as I can. And yeah, bring you guys the content for it. I know a lot of you are itching to see this thing on track too, so we're getting close now. Right, so the block is done and painted and it looks awesome. 3 coats of paint, and yeah, it's come out super good. Super happy with it. So it's still a little bit wet, gonna let it dry overnight, and then yeah, probably look at taking some of the masking off. I'm actually gonna leave the one on top on until we actually go to build the motor, just to keep the head nice and fresh. This is proper painter's tape, so it's not super tacky. It's not going to stick too bad. So that'll pretty much be it for this one. Wasn't a hell of a lot of content, but get some things done and figured to make a video out of it. But yeah, no, the motor's pretty much all ready to go back together now. Got everything all laid out here, ready to go. I do need to give this bench a really good clean up, because what I want to do is actually want to lay some cardboard down and make some grids, and then lay all my piston rings out as to, you know, where they need to go. And then we'll go through and do all the proper ring gaps, sort the bearings, and yeah, just prep everything to get the motor to ready to be thrown back together. Not sure when you guys are gonna see that. It will be soon. We're probably looking at doing this maybe sometime this week. There's a few other bits and pieces that I want to do as well, which I'll make a video out of, which you may see that before, may see it after. Not sure, but yeah, trying to keep the consistency up again. I've had my break, and yeah, I want to get back into this thing full swing. 2021 is going to be an awesome year. Big thanks to all you guys for supporting me up to this point, and yeah, we're getting close now. It's going to be good. So I'll catch you in the next one, guys.